How's everybody doing? Hope everybody doing okay, doing great. Hopefully, you guys are having a great weekend. You're having a great Memorial Day weekend. I'm sure of it, but over here, eh, not so much really. Um, we're hoping to have some good weather. It's raining here. It's been raining for about, I would say about 2 days now. Um, welcome to the channel, by the way. Welcome to Sunday Funday Q&A. I'm your host, of course. We're going to get started on the topic at hand soon. But first, I just want to say, again, my name is Jonathan. I'm the host. I am the creator of this channel. Also go by sometimes in real life, on wherever it may be, on the job site, KleinGuy Jon, or just KleinGuy. It is Sunday, May 30th, 2021. It's 12:01 p.m. here in the northeast coast of the United States in New York, Staten Island, New York. Gonna see, I see me Dibbles here. This is bad news. The Brit is back. And Lawnmower says not too much. Sending a link to Christina Smallhorn's live feed to my goddaughter. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, man. You know, Christina Smallhorn, AKA the real estate whisperer. She's been doing awesome with her channel. I do recall that she was off for a few, I would have to say maybe a few weeks or a few months, if I remember correctly, during the pandemic. But she's back. She's doing awesome as usual. Eddie, her husband, is a great guy. They're a great couple. She's doing her thing, man. She's giving in all the info, all the right information about real estate over in I believe it's Louisiana, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, she's doing fantastic with her channel, and I love it. I love watching her channel. Gives you much more good insight on the real estate market as well. She gives you a lot of good info and great advice too. Lawnmower says, a few months, basically a reset. That's true. Yeah, she did. You're right. You're absolutely right. Dibble says, I'm sorting out a headache from paint fumes. Whoa, dude, you should take care of that. Make sure you always wear a proper respirator when you're spraying paint. You know, paint gives off a lot of bad fumes. All the chemical additives they put in to preserve the paint and so forth. And, just be careful. Those of you who like to spray paint your homes or your offices and so forth, wear proper protection, eyewear, respirator masks, the works. So, but before we get down to it, we're going to be talking about, actually, today's topic, we're going to be talking about ergonomics in the workplace. And also, we're going to take, it's going to be a bit of a long article. So if you guys aren't up for it, that's cool. If you want to come by and say hi, hi and bye. Uh-oh. I think my mic went dead. Nope. Oh, there we go. No, we're good. I keep accidentally touching the bottom of this cord, so I have to be very careful with my microphone. It's been funny. Another thing we're going to be talking about also is getting our apprentices and getting the apprentice in the HVAC industry, in the HVAC trade, getting them prepared and organized on the job. Okay. So those of you who are in the HVAC, you apprentices or helpers, you're in the HVAC trade and want to know more about it, I suggest you stay here and watch as well. Get as much information as possible, because information is always key to basically climbing up the career ladder. All right, because information is important. The right information. Medieval says, I'm not spraying. The decorating has started but it's a metallic paint, hammered copper. It's going all the woodwork. Whoa. Lawnmower says, oh, she normally has live guests from all over the U.S. and Canada. Yeah, I've noticed that she's getting some live guests lately. It's amazing how she's just blowing up, dude. She's blowing up, Christina Smallhorn. Shout out to Christina Smallhorn, aka your real estate whisperer. Um, by the way, if those of you who are silently, you're silent watcher, you're just watching, or maybe I don't know, somehow you're watching, but it doesn't pop up as a view, and you have it like on a secret program, or you're a hacker or whatever. Smash the like button. All right, smash the like button. And if you are an apprentice and so forth, stick around. You're gonna get some good information, like I said earlier. Also, if you are trying to get my attention, please, all right, you type at KleinGuy Jon. My name will pop up in orange, highlight in orange. I will basically, that will get my attention, knowing that what you want to say to me, you want to ask a question, you want to maybe provide some information that I'm not aware of, or maybe I made a mistake or so forth about coming across some information along the way. Let me know. Type in at KleinGuy Jon. Hey, may contain nuts says at KleinGuy Jon. Like this? Correct. If you properly spell it, it will highlight. Remember, you always got to put at KleinGuy Jon, KleinGuy, one word, and then space Jon, and it'll pop up. All right, so may contain nuts got it right. If you do what he did, you'll get my attention. All right, so we're going to get into a lot more stuff today, but before we get into that, I'd like to say I'm going to have a bit of a free sponsor here. And that is, if you are living within the 5 boroughs of New York City, here in the United States, contact Leader Electric. Okay, we do troubleshooting, new construction, violations removed, fire alarms and security systems, CHP generator systems, remodeling, renovations. We also do intercoms, 220 volt services, voice, data, audio, video, AC lines, boiler controls, and motor controls. So contact us. We have two. The company. Well, this is the company I work for. We have 2 departments. We have a service department. If you want a electrician to come to your home and maybe install for you a light fixture, a ceiling fan, you call our service department number at 212-665-0600. For big jobs, large contract jobs, if you're interested in getting an estimate or getting some big work done around your facility or new construction, contact us through the contract department under contracts at 212-665-0606. We are located at 2218 Broadway, Suite 244, New York, 10024. With some of you who are confused about New York, it means Manhattan. We are located in the heart of Manhattan. You can also contact us at contact@leaderelectric.net. And you can visit the website at www.leaderelectric.net. Okay, so like I said before we get started, we also got to run the intro. Let's get to it, right? Let's get after it. All right. And we're back. All right, may contain nuts. We got me dibble, 2 thumbs up from me and nuts. I appreciate that. Get those likes up, guys. Get the likes up. It would be funny to contact you. Well, the number that I have provided, let me show you guys again. So this is the company I do work for. I've been working for them for 4 years. No problems whatsoever, but we're doing a lot of work. We'll do all types of work, with any electrical work, commercial, residential. We're also slowly getting into to ACs. And what I mean ACs, like air conditioning controls or air conditioning wiring, like we wire air conditioners. And so far, I'm the only one, as I know of, in the company that actually does air conditioning. So if there's an issue with troubleshooting air conditioning, um, mostly I do residential, some commercial. I can troubleshoot a little bit of commercial. Um, Due to my extended what a certain extent of knowledge that I know in HVAC, but I mostly do residential air conditioning. If there's a troubleshooting issue, or an issue with someone's air conditioner, they want to find out what it is, they call us for some reason. Normally, you would call an air conditioning company, but sometimes we get calls for AC, units, because like, oh, you're an electrician. What? You're not an HVAC guy. Well, here's the thing, and I'm gonna really get this out there, okay? Electrical and HVAC go hand in hand. Why do I say that? Well, one, you need power to power up an air conditioning unit, right? Right. There are electrical controls, contactors, relays, low voltage thermostat wiring, run capacitors, motor controls, okay? That all goes with electrical as well. Now you're just probably saying, oh, well, an HVAC guy can do it. At a certain extent. Sometimes they're not that. When I was in the HVAC field, I only learned the basics of electrical. Motors, basically just control wiring. But HVAC is getting more and more sophisticated. The technology is becoming more and more sophisticated. That's when electricians just come in. Some electricians would go out and say, hey, I want to learn more about air conditioning controls, and they go out there and they study what the new thing on electrical on air conditioning is, like specific sensitive contactors, time delays, program logic controls. They're being implemented on air conditioning, from what I believe in some or some commercial. But I believe that PLC is going to get into more and more air conditioning, like into industrial, commercial, and residential pretty soon. And it's happening now. It's just not as much you see out there, but it's going to grow. It's growing, actually. Not going to, but it's growing now. Let's take a look at the chats here. Media will taking. I'm in the UK, not NYC. If such funny, that'll be hilarious if you call the office, right? What's good, bros? Construction Crony, aka Chris Conkle, is here, man. Chris Conkle, what's up, my man? Dude, yo, dude, I've been missing your videos, man. I'm so sorry. I gotta apologize. Hey, listen, I'm a real guy. I'm an honest guy. I'm gonna tell you, hey, if I missed something on you, I'm gonna say, hey, man, I've been missing whatever you've been putting up. I mean, I get notifications. I just, I'm working. During the pandemic, it's been very, very busy. It's been slow but busy at the same time. So I'm getting double the responsibility, double the work. New York City's been hit really hard still, economically, all over actually, across the U.S. But New York is like the job market. It's just, especially in construction, it's very low right now. So I'm basically double dutying some things, on the job. Construction Cronies, hello, dude. He says, I'm installing a heat pump in the new studio. It's a neat unit. Yeah, bro. Heat pumps are, let me tell you, heat pumps are the thing right now. A lot of times, a lot of jobs, actually, not a lot of times, but a lot of jobs have been on commercial offices. They're exploring more into ductless systems, and they want heat pump units. They don't want to, because a lot of in some cases, the heating system in a commercial unit, in a commercial building, some radiators and so forth, they don't really work. They're poorly maintained. So what happens is the building cannot afford a plumber, tradesman to replace the whole system. What they would do now is they would go and buy something cheaper and affordable, which is a heat pump, so air conditioning and heating. If you guys want to learn more about heat pumps, I could do that on another live stream. For those of you who are going into HVAC and those of you just just want to know what the heck is a heat pump, I will do a live stream on that next week. So stick around, because I really like that when it comes to air conditioning. I really like the concept, the idea of installing heat pumps. It's just, if they're efficient, and you just don't have much of a utility to spend on, and basically at times it's easier in the pocket, and you can find energy saving air conditioning equipment that can do that. Okay, blame spell check. I do all the time. So me devil, he can do it. They have ferry leaving at least once an hour. Dude, I haven't really been posting just updates on my studio build. That's awesome, man. I gotta keep up with that. I really want to see how that's going, bro. That's great. Making your own studio, that's dope. Dill says, but are you getting the important think double the pay? Here's the thing, I recently did get a raise. So when it comes to air conditioning, here's a good, there's a question that me devil just asked. Am I getting double pay for doing air conditioning? No. I'm not installing the air conditioning equipment. Okay. Now, if I was installing the air conditioning equipment, it would yes, I would have to. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to stay, they're probably watching right now, my employer or whatever, but I'm going to be honest. I'm an honest guy. Here's the truth. I have a certification in air conditioning, and I am certified, and I got my certification in trade school for electrical, for 800 or 900 hour electrical. It's been a long time since I've checked that, but residential air conditioning, especially with ductless mini splits, that I specialize in. I do that, or I can do package systems. Yes, I would have to ask double the pay. If it comes down to where, if they sent me off and say, hey, we got a customer who wants air conditioning, we told them you do it. Well, listen, for one, you have to be insured, for one. You just can't willy-nilly really depend on me because of my certifications, my experiences. You have to, the business has to be insured that we are capable and able to do air conditioning, mechanical installs, and electrical and mechanical installs. I won't do it because of the fact that if something was to happen, because anything can happen on a job, something was to happen, we have to pay for damaged property. That would also fall on me, and also fall onto the company. We can get sued. It's a big liability thing. So when it comes down to it, yes, I would have to ask, but I will need to know, are we insured to do this? If not, I'm not gonna do it. It is what it is. I won't do it. You can't force me. You can't, you can't really punish me for not doing it. Employer cannot punish an employee for not doing something that, yes, they have experience on, but they ask the questions, are we insured? If we're not going to take the chance of doing it, because we don't want to get the company into trouble financially and by law. Okay. Now, if my boss was to get, he has his certification, but he has to be insured as well to do that type of work, then yes, I will do it. Okay, because we have to be, the company has to be protected. Okay, your business has to be protected. If you are an electrical contractor as well, and if you do have the experience of mechanically and electrically install air conditioning equipment in a residential standpoint, but your insurance does not cover HVAC work, I implore you that you do get that. Okay, it's very important. You want to protect yourself. You want to protect your employees as well. Okay, there are some businesses that do electrical and HVAC. For one, there is a company out in Florida, and he has a YouTube channel. Um, I forget what his name is. I have his channel. Gosh, what was his name? I'm gonna find it right now. Gosh, it's really hard to let me look him up for you guys real quick. Something Jones. I can't remember. Oh man, something Jones air conditioning. It's here. I have him here somewhere. Where are you, good sir? I know I have a lot of guys who are in the HVAC who have their own channel, like HVAC industry, HVAC tax, commercial and residential. Mostly residential though. I like doing residential air conditioning work. It's much easier. Um, Gosh, what is his name? Is he really all the way at the bottom of the list? Get out of town. He just did a video too about becoming a construction millionaire, which it's hard to believe you can become a construction millionaire in this day and age. But I mean, you have a few, not a lot, not that many construction millionaire companies that are basically millionaires in the construction industry. Uh, Gosh, I can't seem to find his channel. That's weird. I have him on the list. I'm subscribed to him. I don't know if. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna try to find him for you. He does electrical and HVAC in the state of Florida, and he's obviously insured because he always would leave that in his videos. Not always, but on most of his videos. Yeah, I can't seem to find his channel. I don't know why it's not popping up on my subscription list. I can't seem to find it. I don't know why. It's very odd. He's an older gentleman. He's a contractor too, so he owns his own business. But anyway, I'll probably find it in. Let me see here. Let's see. Maybe if I something Jones air conditioning. Let me see if his name pops up. Ah, here he is. David Jones, electrical and air conditioning, if I'm not mistaken here. So let me get on his. It's David Jones. He's NATE certified, licensed HVAC, plumber, and electrician. So he's got look at that. I mean, he's making his money there, and he's got a good career here, good company too, from what I can tell. His reviews. He's got a lot of videos, guys. He does also service. He installs new. So he's got videos on installing new services, metering, meter cans. You know, but in the state of Florida, things. Code is a little different in the state of Florida. I love his channel. He's got a great channel. It's a little more diverse with electrical and HVAC. So, at first I was looking for when I was here. When I got out of trade school, I was looking for something more in the electrical and HVAC. A company that does both, but it's very hard to find. So here's his channel, David Jones. Okay, look at these. He's got how to become an everyday millionaire in the trades, business insurance, compound interest. He's got some pretty good advice here. Like if you guys are, maybe you're gonna put up an LLC, do that. Check him out, get some advice, get a lot of advice from other contractors too. It's very important if you're gonna open up a new business, or you're thinking about it. You need advice, you need information. Go to every contractor and find out how they run their business. Like, how do they go about doing estimates? How do they go about pricing? How do they go about looking for the cheapest price on material? How do you get discounts? And so forth like that. You can even talk to like supply houses, like managers in supply houses. They'll get connected, network. It's like one of the key things you want to do if you're going to open up a business. Now, I don't have a business of my own, but these are things that I'm actually picking up in this trade. And I'm talking to a lot of, I've talked to a lot of other contractors, supers, master electricians, even here on YouTube. You go, you can check out, if you're an electrician, you're opening a business, check out Donald Miller's Electrical Services. He specializes in knob and tube wiring. You have here David Jones, who specializes in air conditioning, but also does plumbing, plumbing and electrical. And he's licensed for those. He's insured, So always remember that. But now, going back to the subject of if I'm getting double the pay. No, I'm not getting double the pay. I'm not doing installs for different customers. My boss has to definitely get insured. He has to be licensed, okay, to do air conditioning as well. It's not always about certified. Certification is one thing. License is a whole different story. Certification does not mean you're licensed. You're certified to do a type of job, but you need to also be insured, okay? Let's go back to the chats here before we even get to the subject at hand. What's this? Construction Crony says, it all depends on your space requirements, I think. True, too. ¿Qué pasa, Construction Cronies? You have to be careful with YouTube. Your boss could be watching. No, of course. He knows about my channel already. I told him, I'm promoting them. I'm advertising for them. We need work. But, we are, if you guys want to check out the website if you live in the New York City area and stuff, check it out. Let's see here. So yeah, he knows about that. They know about my channel already. They think it's pretty cool, and they think that they find it admirable that I'm out there just trying to help out apprentices and helpers and things like that. And I asked them, hey, you don't mind if I advertise? And they say, yeah, sure, go ahead. Advertise. It's free advertising. I work with them, so they pay me anyway to do whatever work they need me to do. As long as it sticks with the subject of electrical. I have a hair stuck in my glasses. It's driving me nuts, but I can't see it when I take the glasses. Oh yeah, you can see it up close, but when you take it off, yeah, that's a problem. Hey, in the shop with Tom is here. I just realized that. Hey, what's up, buddy? What's going on? It's been a while. Dan the Man missing a few hits, y'all. Hit the like button. That's right. Tom Bros, man. Tom, in the shop with Tom. What's been going on with you, Tom, man? I haven't seen you on YouTube in a while, dude. I've seen you on Instagram. You've been riding bikes and doing your thing, but dude, we miss you out here. Dan the Man. Tom, I'm gonna watch your new one next. You don't have a business of your own yet? No, I do not. Okay, Lawnmower says most of the people that I know and NYC are artists or dancers. Almost all sublet an apartment from someone. It's funny, I used to sublet too. I sublet an apartment from I rented a sublet from my aunt. She was living in Brooklyn as well. It was in Brooklyn, but she lived in Bay Ridge, and she was subletting her apartment to me in Bushwick, which was awesome. I lived there for a year, and then I moved out because the building was getting sold or something like that. So yeah, I gotta leave. But it was a great experience. It was the first time I lived on my own. First time, and it was an awesome experience, and I loved it. And yeah, great. Tom in the shop with Tom says, drop first video in forever today. We're super busy, dude. That's awesome. I'm gonna get to it. I'll get to it right after the stream, my man. I appreciate you stopping by, dude. You can stop by anytime. Say what you gotta say. I love you. I love having you here, buddy. Sean says, I got your notification too, Tom. We'll check it out. So, what I was gonna say now? I think was it Dibbles or was it Lawnmower? Oh, I missed a few comment chats here. You have to charge an extra 5% for lumber. But yes, I'm very careful about how I'm saying things on my channel. Um, the company, my boss is really cool. I'm gonna give you that much. He's knowledgeable. He's a great guy. You know, his wife is in HR. She's very lovely. She's very nice. And the son is also the operations manager, I believe. And he's a cool guy too. You know, so we're actually both the same age, and he's really cool. So give Leader Electric a call. And if you're living in the 5 boroughs in New York City, if you like, you can request me. I'm also in their service department and also on big projects. So I'm diverse. Usually we have 2 departments. We have guys who work strictly on projects, strictly on commercial jobs, and then we have a service department where they dispatch techs. We call them techs, of course, service techs. Go out to your home, troubleshoot, install, repair, or replace. And yeah, you could just check us out. Give us a call, give us a hoot, and you can also, let them know that Jonathan, aka KleinGuy Jon, has sent you on your way. And if you like to request me to come over to your house, and you can do that as well. So we have very good field techs as well out there in the service department. They're very good. We have one particular individual who just loves working in the department, and he's very good with customers. He's very very savvy as well, and myself included, along with 2 other individuals as well. They're very good. We have a very good tech department. Okay, we have very good technicians. So give us a call if you got any work that you want around the house being done. We do time and material work. We also have service contracts. If you want to go to a yearly or I guess yearly or monthly basis, depending on how that works. I'm not quite sure, but they will tell you the pricing and so forth. If you have a specific technician or electrician that you like in the company, that you like have them work in the house, you can always request and say, hey, I want this individual to come to my home, no one else. He's great. He does a great job. You do that. I've had that multiple times. And it's a good feeling too, having customers who really like you to come in their home and say, yeah, I just want you to work because you do a fantastic job and so forth. So yeah, give us a call. But fair warning, please do not call if you are there to do prank calls and so forth. We don't have time for that. We do not have time for that. Okay, and it affects not only the business, it affects me as well because I'm promoting advertising for them on the channel. So it makes not only the company look bad, it makes me look bad, and I don't want to risk losing my job because of it. So please, if this is for serious inquiries, if you are also looking for work as an electrician, you may give us a call. You can call our office. You will be transferred. You can call either of the numbers. You can be transferred over to. But anyways, let's get back to the conversation at hand here. All right. We're gonna talk about today's topic. What is ergonomics in the workplace? All right. Let me just make sure my phone keeps shutting off. Oops. Give me 1 second. I just want to check the chat, you guys. So, why did it do that? I wonder. All right. So I need to check out the chat from you guys. So here we go. Right. So what is ergonomics in the workplace? Now, this is by 360 Training at 360training.com. Also, be aware if you are also within the 5 boroughs of New York City, you need to get a minimum of 40-hour SST card, OSHA 30, 8-hour fall prevention course, and 2-hour alcohol awareness course to get your 40 hours for your SST. To get your SST course, you can go to OSHAeducation.com. 360training.com, they also provide OSHA 10, OSHA 30, and the bundle pack as well. So check them out as well. You may get a different pricing than the OSHA Education Center. Both websites, give different pricing. So whatever's cheapest for you to do an online course. So what is ergonomics in the workplace? Well, let's read this. This is a bit of an article, as you guys can see. So sit back, relax. If you got a beer, soda, coffee, whatever, just sit back, take some notes. Those of you who are apprentices as well. All right, so what is ergonomics in the workplace? When you hear the word ergonomics, your brain probably jumps to office products, an ergonomic keyboard or an ergonomic office chair, for example. That's true, that popped up in my mind. While ergonomics do come into play for desk computer work, ergonomics in the workplace can also prevent serious injuries in industries like construction, manufacturing, materials, moving, and more. What are ergonomics and ergodynamics? Ergonomics is the study of the relationship between people and their working environment, particularly regarding the equipment they use. The goal is to design equipment around the physical capabilities and comfort of the user, to minimize physical effort and discomfort, and to maximize efficiency. It's all about efficiency, guys. It's always all about efficiency. In the context of ergonomics, the term ergodynamics is starting to be used to describe the study of ergonomics in a dynamic environment. These fields of study sound I'm sorry for my pronunciation for words. It's like, esoteric. I'm going to say esoteric. But they're fundamental to the health and safety of workers in many fields. That's because ergonomic solutions prevent or minimize musculoskeletal disorder. I'm sorry for my pronunciation. It's terrible. So just bear with me. Bear with me on it. So, in this case, they have individual courses for ergonomics and ergonomics for office workers. So, ergonomics prevents serious back and musculoskeletal injuries from lifting, pushing, and more. And then you got ergonomics for office workers, which is a 5-star rating. Discover how you can reduce stress to avoid ergonomic issues at work. So, basically, it's for office, and one's for, I guess, construction or general, for construction workers. Yes. So it's a 2-hour course, covers ergonomics and injury prevention, 100% online, safe-paced course format, instant certificate of completion, and for construction workers. It's $20. Not bad for a deal, right? So check it out. And then if you got for office work, so it's an hour. Learn why ergonomics is so important for office workers and how to set up your workstation so that you avoid ergonomic issues. Safety OSHA training requirements, 100% online, self-paced course format, certificate of completion included. Content is updated and current. So this is for you guys who are in the construction industry and basically working in an office, right? So let's see here. $20 on both. All right. So give it a shot. Now, what is musculoskeletal disorder, or MSD? Oh, wait a second, guys. I'm actually hearing myself on these headsets now. I forgot to turn off the monitor output. There we go. All right. I don't want to hear myself talk on the headsets. I mean, I can hear myself, but just getting that feedback is a little weird. Okay, so what is musculoskeletal disorder, or MSD? Musculoskeletal disorder, often abbreviated to MSD, affects the muscles, ligaments, tendons, cartilage, spinal discs, and the related nerves or blood vessels. Symptoms include recurrent pain, stiff joints, shooting pain, swelling, dull aches, and a loss of strength. You see musculoskeletal disorders, I'm just going to call it MSD, most frequently in the in the back, neck, and shoulders. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, or BLS, MSD problem is only considered an MSD when it's caused by overexertion, repetitive motion, or a certain posture. So, for example, let me just shift around here because I'm actually a little uncomfortable with this chair. I might be going through that. For example, by workplace injury, where was I? I'm sorry. Workplace, for example, by workplace injury standards, if you get hurt by slipping and falling, that's not an MSD, even if you have musculoskeletal injury. Examples of specific MSDs include pinched nerves, sprains, strains, tears, herniated discs, meniscus tears, hernias, carpal and tarsal tunnel syndrome, and more. So yeah, so basically what they're saying is that if you're, let's say for me, for instance, I'm sitting on this chair, I got a little discomfort, but over time, the chair is a little uncomfortable, to be honest with you. But let's just say I'm sitting on this chair and I'm working from home, and I'm constantly sitting down in the same position. My legs are bent, you know, um, I'm either slouching or sitting up straight, but it's just repetitive motion. I'm doing this, I'm slouching, I'm sitting up straight, slouching. Over time, that will cause, like it says, it could start, my tendons could start to hurt. Like, they'll get, I can get a herniated disc from possibly my back. I get strains on my knees, like feel like they're like iron or like metal or wood rubbing against each other. So it's always good, you don't want to get all these shooting pains on your feet, your legs, your arms, your shoulders, your hands, because you're on your mouse all day and you're typing. You want to keep, to take breaks in between, move around, flex around, do some stretches. It's always good for that. Oh, speaking of which, guys, this stream is gonna run up until possibly 2 p.m. Okay, so we're gonna have a 10-minute intermission in between. So after this article, we're gonna go through a 10-minute intermission. So if you guys want to like maybe sit around still, chat, I can still be on and chat. We can do that. I'm doing something new with the channel. I'm gonna do, just so you guys can come in, hang out, talk. We can talk about the subjects, and we could be more informed and just get to know one another as well. So just just sit back, relax. You want to get a snack and stuff, go right ahead. All right, during the intermission time, or right now if you like. All right, so because I finally realized, like, hey, yeah, my legs start to hurt a little bit for sitting for such prolonged time. So let's see here. Okay, now moving on. Let's move on. What puts you at risk for musculoskeletal disorders, or MSD? According to OSHA, risk factors for MSD, right? Hey, my baby girl's here. That's my lovely fiance, guys. So be respectful, please. I ask. She's out right now with some friends, so we're gonna have a date later tonight actually. So hopefully, if it stops raining. So I'm glad you're here, baby girl. So back to it. According to OSHA, risk factors for MSD, sometimes referred to as ergonomic injuries, include excessive exertion, like lifting heavy objects, pushing or pulling heavy loads, manually pouring materials, or maintaining control of heavy equipment and tools. performing repetitive tasks, the same or similar motion or series of motions continually or frequently for an extended period of time. Working in awkward postures or the same posture for long periods, including prolonged or repetitive reaching above shoulder height, kneeling, squatting, leaning over a counter, using tools with bent wrists, or twisting the torso while lifting. Oof, man, that sounds very uncomfortable. Localized pressure on a body part, like pressing the body or hand against hard or sharp edges, or using the hand as a hammer. Yeesh. You never want to use your hand as a hammer. You want to save these, okay? Hands are very important for us in the trade. Hands and legs and feet and arms. Very important, okay? And our eyes as well. Very, very important. So you don't want to lose any of those. Let's see here. Oh, looks like the stream is doing pretty good. I'm very, very happy. I invested very well in this laptop. Where are we? Localized pressure. Okay, localized pressure, body hard, pressing hand against the hard edges, and okay, we are up to cold temperatures. Cold temperatures, when they happen in combination with any other risk factor, increase the potential for MSDs to develop. Vibration of either the whole body or hand arm. Vibration greatly increases the force that has to be exerted for a task, and hand-arm vibration damages small capillaries. And combinations of any of the above risk factors. The risk of developing an MSD increases with age, but anyone can experience them if they are subject to the right, or rather wrong, ergonomic hazards. Okay, so you can, like it says, age has also a big part in it. As you get older and you're in the industry, you're gonna have joint pain. You're gonna bend down over and lift things up. You're gonna start feeling your knees kind of give out and they start to hurt a bit. You're reaching over to maybe take a drill and drill screw, and you're gonna feel like, oh man, my shoulder's like killing me. My arm's feeling like it's falling asleep. It happens. The best thing to do to remedy that, do periodic stretches. I go to work. I come in work early every day, almost every day, and I'll do stretches. I stretch my calves, I stretch my thighs, I stretch my arms, my chest, my triceps. It's always good to do that before you start any type of work. All right, stretches, moving around, jumping up and down. Maybe you want to run around in a circle to kind of get the blood flowing. It's good. Just be sure that you're not in any of these forms. You're not doing any of these while doing work. Even though you may come across, and this is where you have to get into a tight space, you got to kind of be at an angle to sort of like get the drill, and it's very uncomfortable. Take breaks. Take a few seconds of breaks in between. Even if it does take a while to get the task done because you're in that tight space and you're in that form and angle, don't overexert. Don't risk of staying in that position for too long because you need to get the job done. Me, I take breaks in between. If I feel like I'm uncomfortable, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna shift this way. Like, figure out what's comfortable for you. It may take a minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. Just don't risk of injuring yourself in the job. You want to come home in one piece. You don't want to end up in the hospital and then paying a big hospital bill, and then suffering from that chronic issue for the rest of your life. So, don't try to be Iron Man. All right. Now, why do ergonomics in the workplace matter? Ergonomic injuries don't just cause personal suffering. They're also associated with high costs to employers. All right, so you hear that, guys. Those of you who, all right, those of you who think you're Iron Man, please hear this, because it may not cost you money. It's costing your boss or the employer, your boss, technically the company, money to pay for your expenses and pay for possibly even violations, depending on the circumstances. Okay, so let's get to it. For example, a 2001 analysis concluded that MSDs caused more time away from work than any other non-fatal injury or illness. In 1999, nearly 1 million people took time off to treat and recover from work-related MSDS. MSDS accounts for an estimated $130 million health care encounters a year, including outpatient, hospital, and emergency room visits. The Institute of Medicine estimates that work-related MSDs cost between $45 and $54 billion. Sorry, not $45. $45 and $54 billion annually in compensation costs, lost wages, and lost productivity. This is why, okay, give me 1 second here. Let me switch over. This goes out to some of you young cats out there in your 20s. Think you're like, oh yeah, I'm invincible. I'm Iron Man. I'm this, I'm that. Listen, you're not invincible. You're a human being like me and everyone else. You can get hurt on the job even in your 20s. I have. I've been there. Before I went to work in the electrical trade, I was still working in the HVAC trade. I worked for a big oil heating residential and commercial company in New York. I was all the way out in Howard Beach area, Broad Channel. It's like an island between Far Rockaway and Howard Beach. I was working on removing an existing oil burner boiler, and I was taking it apart. As an apprentice, they trusted me to do it. I was taking it apart. I dropped the wrench, and I was sitting down like this, the way I am right now, sitting down. I dropped the wrench. I slipped off my hand. It was really cold. Where I was, there was like a lot of moisture, very cold. Slipped off my hand. I said, okay, bend over to reach it. What happened? I had I guess what it was, like a hernia, or yeah, basically just pulled a muscle on my lower back. I fell forward to the wall that was in front of me. Okay, the part was where I was working was in front of me as well, but I fell forward over it against the wall. I was clinging onto the wall and screaming help. I was in pain. At age 25 years old, and I sprained my lower back just by sitting, not realizing. I didn't even move that quickly. It just happened. I don't know how. I was real confused why I was in so much pain. It was the worst pain I ever felt. I might have actually hit a nerve. I was in so much pain. The only way to relieve the pain was I had to slowly sit back and stay there without moving. If I moved, I was in pain. I had to sit up straight in the van. They had to drive me. One of the guys had to drive me to the company's doctor. I had to take painkillers and all that. It was just the worst pain I ever felt. It can happen to you. You might be saying that, oh, it happened when you were 25. Oh, I'm 20, 21. It can happen. It can happen. This is why we have to be very careful in this trade. Okay. Hey, baby girl. I see you. I see you're in the chats. So, you 20-somethings out there, don't think your Iron Man is not going to happen to you all, or maybe you're a gym rat and you work in the HVAC or electrical trade. It can happen to anybody. It can happen to anybody. Okay? So don't be Superman. All right? Be very careful how you sit, your posture, how you lift, you bend down with your knees, you lift with your knees, not with your back. Okay? So keep that in mind. Just don't be Superman. You're not Iron Man, whatever. Just don't do it. All right, now, these concerns are particularly relevant in the manufacturing and service sectors. Together, they account for half of all MSD cases. The next one is, can ergonomics be an OSHA compliance issue? Let me see, who was that? Oh, it's my old man. Let me see what he sent me here, guys. I'll read that later. I will read that later. So right now, back to the chats. Okay, so right now, there's no specific OSHA ergonomic standard or training requirement, at least not at the federal level. That doesn't let employers off the hook, however. OSHA can still cite ergonomic hazards under the General Duty Clause. What's the General Duty Clause? Well, let's click on it. OSHA instruction versus general industry. Which do you need? Oh man, this is something else. Training is a critical requirement for OSHA compliance, but it can be a daunting task to figure out who needs OSHA training, what kind, and how much. Below, we'll break down different types of OSHA training and who needs what. Okay, so this is a much longer. This is too long. All right, but we can also. I'm going to also add this to next week's video, to next week's live stream. OSHA construction, general duty industry. Which one you need? Okay, so let's get back to the article. So we read that doesn't let employers off the hook. However, OSHA can still cite ergonomic hazards under the General Duty Clause, which makes an employer responsible for protecting workers from any serious and recognized workplace hazard, even if it's not addressed in the specific standard. It will also issue hazard alert letters to employers who report high rates of injuries that may be related to ergonomic issues. Okay. However, OSHA has advised that as long as employers are making good faith efforts to reduce ergonomic hazards, they won't be a focus of enforcement efforts. Okay, so it's in other words, it's not. This is not an OSHA ergonomic standards or training requirement. It's not, at least for the moment, in the federal level, but they still enforce it. In other words, meaning that you can develop injuries on MSD, on yourself in the body, so you on a job site or in an office space. So OSHA still recognizes as a workplace hazard. Okay, if it happens on the workplace. So they still want to inform. OSHA still wants to inform employers and employees that, hey, this is an issue. We're going to advise your bosses, your employers, the contractors, in good faith to reduce these hazards, because they can affect productivity, and it can cost you. It can cost the contractor, and it costs your employer money. So don't take it as a joke. I've seen guys like, oh, they'll say, hey, my back hurts, and then they'll say, oh, tough it out, walk it out. People have back problems in this industry. Okay, there are guys who work in the construction industry who have related back problems, chronic back pain. So they have to wear braces, or they can't lift up a certain weight on the job site. And if they do, they hurt themselves. I've seen guys in different trades who have foremen who just come, like, they'll tell their foreman, hey, listen, I can't lift this up. I go through back pain issues, blah blah blah. And they're such jerks, and they'll say, hey, not my problem, get it done. Like, they do it, because they feel like, oh, I'm going to lose my job if I don't do it. I kicked off the job site, and they do it, and they get injured. Then what happens? Loss of money, loss of productivity. Reports got to be filed. Medical bills are written up and have to be paid. So for you foremen also out there, don't take this lightly. It's this is still part of a job site uh, health, physical health concern as well. So take it seriously. All right. Now back to ergonomics in the construction industry. Wow. Okay, here we go. We're gonna read up on it. Ergonomics in the construction industry. Construction work is full of heavy lifting, repetitive motions, weird postures, all weather working conditions, and vibration from handheld or guided power tools and heavy equipment like a bulldozer. So it's no wonder MSDs are a major source of non fatal injury, and days away from work, DAFW, days away from work. Nearly 46% of construction workers self report one or more MSD related symptoms, and over 27% of construction workers over the age of 55 report ergonomic injuries that limit their activities. This doesn't count construction workers who retire or change careers due to debilitating limitations as they get older. Common suggestions for preventing or addressing ergonomic injury among construction workers include, well, there's a long list, changing the way materials are transported, / minimizing manual handling of heavy materials by using mechanical equipment and making sure materials are delivered and stored close to where they'll be used. Next one is storing materials to avoid lifting from the ground or from above shoulder height whenever possible. Requiring loads above a certain weight to be handled with cooperative lifting, keeping walkways clear so that carts and dollies can be used to move materials. Okay, so here's another thing. I'm sorry, I'm going to pause this. So, speaking of this, I want to make this clear for supervisors on the job site, contractors, foremen from other trades. Actually, this goes for the site supervisor, okay, the construction supervisor on site by the GC. If there, and this goes to all site supers, if there is material or someone working scaffold in a pathway where the trade, the electrician, the HVAC guy, the plumber, the sprinkler pipe guy, whoever it may be, and you have your own guys working, putting up sheetrock or whatever, they're in a path where we bring in material. Okay, if there's a designated area where we have to go to a back door and grab material and bring it in, whether it's the pathway is narrow or whatever, do not block that doorway. There's material being delivered every day, brought in to a job. Okay, read this, please. I don't know if you guys can see this. Oh, wait, someone's here. Oh, it's just one of my neighbors. I'll be right back, guys. Give me 1 second. You know what? I'm going to go on intermission right now. Well, actually, she's just leaving. You know what? Never mind. She left. My camera, she's just dropping off mail. Good. I got good neighbors who live upstairs. The tenants, they're awesome. But let me point this out. I don't know if you guys could read this, okay? But for you site supers out there, I highlighted it right here. It's highlighted. Keeping walkways clear so that carts and dollies can be used to move material. There are some very stubborn construction site supervisors. Okay? You need to understand something. We have material coming in, do not block it. And they should know this. it's very difficult to bring in our material, no matter if like, oh yeah, we'll just move it just a little bit. No, no, you need to get them down that scaffold, move it out to the side. We need to bring in material. We got conduit coming in. We got it could be whether conduit, plumbing pipes, rebars, big additional order of sheetrock. We got layers, brick layers coming in. Keep it clear. I can understand that you need some work done. You need to put sheetrock. You need to put some, door frames up and so forth. But when it comes to like, hey, we're telling you we got material coming in. If you got guys working there, can they stop from now until we bring all our material in? Maybe have them do something else in the meantime while we bring it in. Please comply. Just comply. It's not hard. It's not. It really isn't hard to comply. You're the site super. You should be aware. You should have a situational awareness that if you have other trades coming in with material, think and say, hey, I got guys there working around, and I can't tell them to bring the material truck because there's no other way to bring. That's the only way to bring material in. Okay, that's the only way to bring material. That's the only entrance. I'm gonna have to tell my guys, listen, move the scaffold, move all your stuff out the way. We got guys coming in material. I gotta find some other work for you guys to do in the meantime, or just stand by. That's it. It's not hard. We have some stubborn construction supervisors, site supervisors, and they don't think so. They don't think they're probably sitting there, probably they've been approached and told them, oh, you're being stubborn. They'll sit there, I'm not being stubborn. It is what it is. No, it's not what it is. What it is. You're impeding our work. We have to stop doing our work to get material downstairs or across the street or whatever. Do not impede it. You want things done, do not impede the work. Be smart. Be the smart site super and say, hey, guys, stand by. We got material coming in. Move out the way. Clear path. Blah, blah, blah. The faster you do this, the faster we'll get it in. The faster you'll get your guys back to work. And the better. It's not that hard. It really isn't. Okay? It really isn't. I mean, please understand that. If you can't understand that, then I don't know. We're gonna have to read you and say you're not competent enough to do your job. Okay? A lot of site supers, not a lot, but some site supers are like that. They're stubborn and they're a little bit incompetent. They're not aware of it. They're just aware of like getting their own guys to finish the job. Well, we got work to do too. You want us to finish our task, our work, and you're telling us, don't turn around and say, hey, you guys are slow. What's going on? Well, no, that's your fault. Get your guys out the way so we can get our stuff in. Get our shit inside. Okay? Don't be stubborn. Don't be arrogant. Be competent. I get site supers have a lot on their mind, but the first thing is first. Efficiency and progress. Get it done. Okay? Move your guys out the way, get our stuff in. That's it. I'm sorry if I was ranting on that, guys. It's just I've seen it. I've seen it multiple times, and it just irritates me. And I hope that if you're a site construction supervisor for a general contractor, I hope you learn from this. This is me, a tradesman, telling you what you should be doing for us to get the job done. I'm just saying. I shouldn't have to tell you, but that's the reality of it. And if you don't think so, then you know what? I'm sorry if I'm cursing here, but you got your head so far up your ass, you can't. Then I don't know. I mean, I think maybe somebody needs to pull it out of it and smack you around a little bit. I don't know. But you need to do your job right. Okay, please. That's all we ask. All right, so let's get back to it. I'm sorry if I was ranting on that, guys. Medieval says, "Damn, I missed most of the rant." Well, play it back. You'll see. You'll hear what I just said. So let's get back to it now. Keeping walkways clear so that carts and dollies can be used to move materials. Oh, you know what, guys? Give me 1 second. Let me go pick up my mail because she kind of laid it out my door and it's raining outside. So I'll be right back. 10 seconds. Okay, all right, I'm back. Uh-oh. This is stuff I'm gonna have to... Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay, so we're gonna read all this later. All right? Definitely read all that later. All right, so... All right. Using ergonomic tools that are lighter weight, require less force, and / or fit the hand better. Reducing contact, stress. So we're right here, guys. This is where we are right now. Reducing contact stress with knee pads and shoulder pads for kneeling or carrying materials. Okay, this is important as well, guys. If you are in the industry, now read this. If you can zoom in or so, I think you guys can zoom in. I don't know if you can. Can you do it on the? No, I guess not. I have not had interesting snail mail in years. Reducing contact stress with knee pads and shoulder pads for kneeling or carrying materials. When it comes to knee pads, here's another thing. Oops. I wear knee pads. Okay, there's some knee pads I don't like, and there's some I do like. The ones I do like are the ones that are more concealed, meaning that I can wear them underneath my jeans. And here's a really good product that you guys should check out, and it's from Ergodyne. They're called ProFlex from Ergodyne. You could slip these over your work pants, or you could slip them under. Okay, if you're the type that doesn't like to wear strap-up knee pads over your pants and it's bothersome, I would recommend you get these slip-on knee pads. They're very soft. The cushioning is it's pretty good, actually. I just slip them on before I put my work pants on, and then you won't barely even see them. You can't even tell if I'm wearing knee pads. They're really awesome, comfortable. So check them out. They're called ProFlex from Ergodyne. You can get these on Amazon for like $11. So I do have other work pants as well that have, if you have the type of work pants like the cat work pants that you can slip in knee pads, you can get those too. Cat also makes their own slip-in knee pads into the pants where they have a pocket in the work pants. You can slip these on. These are very good. These are high quality type knee pads that you could slip in to those knee pad pockets in your whether it's work jeans or construction work pants. These are great. These go, I believe, for $9.99 a pair on Amazon as well. Okay, very good work pants, knee pads. So check them out. Let's see here now. Going back to it. Let's get back to it, right? So we're right here now, rotating workers through jobs that require repetitive motion or create vibration stress. Also train supervisors to monitor workers for MSD warning signs like shaking their arms and hands, rolling their shoulders, bringing back or wrist brace to work, or modifying their equipment. Encourage early reporting of MSD symptoms. This facilitates early diagnosis and intervention. Lower workers' compensation claims and DAFW, and the identification of work areas that are causing ergonomic injury. And then last but not least, provide training on ergonomic principles so that workers understand the risks of ergonomic hazards and measures they can take to reduce or eliminate ergonomic injury. These ideas are just the starting place for addressing ergonomic safety on a construction site. OSHA has many resources for general and construction specific guidelines for ergonomic improvements and ways to control ergonomic hazards. So does the Labor's Health and Safety Fund of North America. Okay. Didn't hear about that. It's the first I'm hearing. OSHA authorized online training for safety, health, and compliance. In addition to offering online construction ergonomics training, we've been an OSHA authorized provider for DOL cards and standard specific safety courses for over 20 years. Our courses are 100% online, self-paced, and mobile friendly to suit a constantly moving workforce. Looking to train your entire crew? Ask us about the business solutions to get bulk discounts, a free e-learning delivery and tracking platform, LMS, and dedicated support. All right, so you can go online, you can do their course here. For individual course, this is for construction. It's $20 for 2 hours, and also ergonomics for office workers, which is an hour. This is also $20. So if you guys are interested in, taking an ergonomics course, you can go here on 360train.com. All right, learn more about it. Is there any questions, guys? Are there any questions? Oh my gosh, I'm hearing myself again. Oh. Any questions about the topic here today, or what I read in this article? Let me see here. Any at all? Just let me know in the chats. Oh wow, that's that is actually a good point there too, Dibs. Knee pads are not the problem. Getting up is the problem. Okay. Here's another thing you guys should do. Now this is just, if you want to. If you are a meat lover, or you season your vegetables, turmeric can help with joint pain. Okay, natural turmeric is what you put on your food, like meats, vegetables, whatever you like it on. I'm starting to use turmeric a lot on my food. I want to have turmeric on my food. It helps with joint pain. Okay, it really does. So try it out, give it a shot, put it in your food. Doesn't matter what type. Maybe you could be eating banana and you're like, well, your friend's like, oh, why are you putting turmeric? That's weird. Like, helps with joint pain. It's a natural pain reliever. Don't have any, says Lawnmower. Well, buy it. Buy some turmeric. Turmeric is actually really good. I use it on my chicken, on beef, on fish. Because I've been lately having joint pain, to be honest with you guys, on my knees and on my shoulders sometimes on my shoulders. But it's the more turmeric I put in my food and eat, the better, because I get less pain on my knees now than I used to when I started developing knee pain. So it also helps with any part of joint in your body. Look it up if you want, or I've seen guys. I've heard, not seen guys, but I've heard you could actually use it on tea. Never tried it on tea before, but it's first time for everything, right? All right. So any questions at all, guys? Any questions on the article? I want to know. Let me know. I want to read what you guys have to say. Also, let me know in your personal experience of what you had. If you ever had MSD, or you're going through it now, let me know in the chat. What are you going through? Like, what are the pain remedies that you have that help you throughout the day on the job site? I want to know. Me Dibble says, I snapped my ACL. That's where my pain comes from. Wow. Ouch. So what do you do do you have like any pain medication or pain relieving remedies that you use when you're working, Dibs? let us know. Also, if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, you like the topic, don't forget to subscribe. It's free to do. Also, smash the like button. Really helps with the channel. It gets the numbers up, gets those YouTube algorithms up like crazy. I really appreciate it. It doesn't cost you much. I'm not asking for money, honestly, in this channel. Listen, even if I had super chats, it's up to you if you want to support me through super chat or not. I mean, I'm not at the thousands yet of subscribers. And frankly, I'm not, it'd be nice, but you know what? I'm not too crazy about getting thousands. I'm just here to cause I love what I do, and I'm here to just give out information, give out personal experience, personal advice from personal experiences that I had in the trade to, guys such as yourselves who are apprentices or helpers and just want to know more. You want to get ahead, of the next new guy or greenhorn that comes in, and you want to impress and show that you're showing effort in the site. Smash the like button if you like what you see, you like what you hear. Let me know what your personal experiences are as well. You can put it down here on the chat. All right. Pills, but I gotta go. Dibs, thank you so much for hanging out with me and with everyone else here. You're a great dude. Overseas in the UK, my man, me Dibbles. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for hanging out with the time that we have and what you have. So take care, buddy. I hope to see you next week. Let's see here. What do we got here? Oh, also, guys, next week, we're gonna talk about what did I say we were gonna talk about? I think there was something here in the topic that we read that I was gonna talk about. Oh, we're going to talk about heat pumps. That's right. We're going to talk about heat pumps, how they work, and anybody who has opinions on heat pump systems, what you have experienced, you can let me know in the chats for next week's live stream. We're also going to talk about a few other topics. We're going to have, we're going to have that topic. And what I want to do is we're going to have a Zoom chat. So anybody who wants to be on Zoom, wants to come live here on my channel, on the stream, and talk about your personal experience in the HVAC industry and what advice you want to give to apprentices, you let me know on the Zoom. And people in the chat could also let you know as well. I will, there goes the light. There goes my main light. But that's okay, I got to back up. I will take in guys who, I will leave a link in the Zoom next week in the description box down below. You copy that, get into the Zoom account, and we'll do one at a time. So when I do that, I will leave the link. You will need to have your mic muted. I will go one by one with each of you, and we'll have a live stream, a one-on-one, face-to-face live stream, and just to basically ask what you guys know about, what your experiences in the HVAC trade are, your experiences in the HVAC trade, and like I said before, what advice you would give to apprentices. If there's any apprentices out there who want to be here on the live stream on the Zoom, I'm going to start that also next week. You're free to join into Zoom, but please make sure we're going to do one-on-ones, one at a time. Your mic's got to be muted. You're also going to have the YouTube muted as well in the background, because I don't want that feedback. It could, kind of screw up the whole experience, and I have to basically hear what you have to say. So I'm going to be doing that. It's going to be something new. We're going to be, we're going to probably be doing that every week. I really want to try something new on the channel. I really want to go one-on-one with guys in the trade. I want to ask them questions. I want to, get to know, get you guys to know the trade a lot better, especially for apprentices for this channel. So apprentices and helpers. All right. So let's see. We're going to go on intermission, guys. for about 10 minutes. We're going to get back. We're going to talk about preparing and organizing an apprentice on the job in the HVAC trade. All right. And about give it 10 minutes time, get what you need, get a snack, get a bite to eat, get something to drink, whatever you want to do. You want to do some push-ups and whatever, that's on you. I'll be back in 10 minutes. So stay tuned. All right. Welcome back. Back from the intermission. 10-minute intermission. That wasn't so bad, right? I hope you guys got to do a little stretches. You know, you're knocking back a beer. I'm not. I'm just having my little, little mango smoothie here. So let's get to it. Now, a topic now we're going to talk about, like I said before, about 10 minutes ago, was how to getting your apprentice in the HVAC field, HVAC trade, getting an apprentice to be organized and prepared and organized, or organized and prepared. But before we get to that, let me just add that if you are living in within the 5 boroughs in New York City or in Long Island, please contact Leader Electric. Oh, wait a second. I got a microphone again issue here. There we go. I keep hearing myself. I don't know what it is. Why does that keep happening? Please contact Leader Electric, whether it's a small or big job. If you need an electrician to work around your home, to put up some light fixtures, ceiling fans, replace a light switch, repair some wiring, or you want to do big jobs around your house, whether it's residential or commercial, we do all types of electrical work. We do troubleshooting, new construction, we remove violations. We also install fire alarms and security, CHP generator systems, remodeling and renovation work, intercoms and 220 volts services, voice data, audio and video, air conditioning lines, boiler and motor controls. So give us a call. We have a service department number at 212-665-0600 for service. Just to have a technician coming over your house to do a little troubleshooting, repair, replace, or run new wire. You can also call our contracts and projects department. For contracts, call 212-665-0606. We are located in the heart of Manhattan at 2218 Broadway, Suite 244. In New York, New York, the zip code area is 10024. For any other information, you can contact us at or email us email us at contacts@leaderelectric.net. And if you want more information, you can visit the website at www.leaderelectric.net. All right, so let's get to it. Oh, let's take a look at the chats. We got Codaman Studios. Codaman, what's going on, buddy? How's it going? I'm doing well, my friend. I'm doing quite well. I hope you're doing well too, buddy. Now, Codeman has been on this channel, I believe, since almost the beginning. He's been going on these streams. A few of you actually have been with me since the beginning of streams. Actually, yeah, since the beginning of my live streams, and I really appreciate that. I appreciate the support. You guys stopping by, saying hi, whether it's saying hi or just hanging out, asking questions, or just throwing in a funny joke or two. I appreciate it. It's really, listen, man. New York City right now, here in Staten Island, the rain's coming down. It's wet weather out here. We've had it since yesterday. I'm not sure tomorrow, which is my day off. It's Memorial Day. I'm also gonna go do gonna be live on Memorial Day. So much respect to the servicemen and women in the U.S. military for keeping our borders safe and so forth. I salute you. I have much respect for the military men and women. You have done this country a great service, and I hope you're enjoying the holiday, or at least the weekend, Memorial Day weekend, with your family and loved ones and friends, and keep doing what you're doing. Protect this country, you protect our way of life, and it's much appreciated. Thank you very much. So let's get to it now. let's talk about this apprentices. We got to get apprentices and helpers, or helpers and apprentices, not just active. We need to also, you know, I guess I should say the word, get them in line. But we also need them to get them more prepared in the HVAC industry, not so much on the electrical, but HVAC too. And I want to talk about a little bit of HVAC here, because I feel in my previous stream, last week's stream, I felt that I wasn't getting through. Um, Let me just fix this light here for a second. There we go. I felt I wasn't really reaching out more in the HVAC trade. Um, and I'm not reaching out to the apprentices as much as I've been more focused on the electrical, which is fine. This is what it's all about as well. But I want to get to prepare a helper and an apprentice in their first year, or their upcoming first year as in this industry as a first year apprentice. And for the helpers out there, listen up. This is going to be very good, helpful advice for you, and you should be taking notes. Okay, so for starters, let me switch the camera here. Helpers and apprentices, for you, if you're coming in, especially helpers, you're coming in not knowing. Okay, just fix this here. All right, okay, much better. Now, I'm sorry, guys. I touched a damn cord again by accident. If I touch the bottom of my microphone by accident, it tends to shut off the microphone automatically. I just want to make sure you guys can hear me in every camera angle here. Let's see. Okay. Okay. How's this? Hopefully you guys could hear. All right. I don't know what's going on here, guys. I'm sorry. Some reason the camera on this fella here isn't properly working. Oh boy. My camera, my HD camera. Oh, now it's back on. I want to make sure it's working. So I'm going to switch back to my HD. There we go. There we go. Now it's working. It's working. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I have to check every one of these to make sure it's working properly. Let's see here. I want to make sure it's all working out. All right. And looks like everybody can hear me, right? Goodness gracious. I'm making sure everything is working properly. Okay. Sorry if I'm putting all these screens here. Okay, so all right. Okay, so back here. Sorry about that, guys. So back to the subject hand. You apprentices, or helpers, you're just coming in, and you don't know anything about HVAC. You want to learn. You're ambitious. You're hungry. Okay. Or you want to learn, but you haven't really quite went out and put your resume up yet, or maybe you have. You're not too sure what else to put in. Try to, first off, when it comes down to looking for work and you're putting in a resume, try to think about what experiences you do have. Think about like the closest thing mechanical that you worked on, air conditioning or plumbing. Whether it's just threading in a union or coupling together, or doing a little bit soldering, you know, or fixing a leak. Something that will give the employer some idea of what you know. Okay. Basically, whatever experience you have in a trade, put it in the resume. It'll let it not only just let them know how much you know, it also shows your potential. You can show your potential. Let them know that you really want to learn. You really want to know the trade. You want to learn the trade. You want to be good at it. You want to do quality work. And if you're the type that maybe has some sort of background or some certification, I keep hearing something. I'm sorry. Not sure. I keep hearing some weird noise. I don't know what it is. Anyway, yeah, put it in that resume, or let them know during the interview what you do know. It will show that you have, show some ambition into it, and tell them you're ambitious. You want to learn this trade. You need guidance in this trade. Okay, and be honest. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with the employer that's interviewing you. All right. Another thing is dress well. in any interview, you want to dress shirt, tie, or in this trade, normally we don't normally wear a suit or tie. It's not like you're it's not like you're going for a corporate office job. All right, it's a trade. Look like a tradesman. Wear carpenter jeans, or work pants. You could wear Dockers with you know, a workwear shirt meant for construction. Look like you're part of the trade, or because it'll show the employer that, hey, this, he's serious. He wants to get into this. Let's see what he's got. That's what the employer wants to think. He wants to know what you know, how prepared you are, you know, or you're willing to learn and be prepared for it. Don't come in with baggy pants. All right? Don't come in if you're from the hood, all right? Don't come in with your pants halfway down your ass. Wear a belt. Wear a fitted pants. Wear a fitted pair of pants to your size. Don't come in looking like you're from the street. You're like from a gang with a do-rag, a hoodie. Don't look like you're coming from the street, man. Just dress accordingly to the trade. Dress according to the industry that you're going to be working in. Okay. Don't slouch. Another thing, I seen it before. I walk in when we did have our shop. Walk in and see HR interviewing new guy, and he's just like slouching like this, just slouching. Yeah. Hold on. Let me show you guys what I mean. Slouching like this. Like, yeah. I done this. I done that. Don't do that. Do not do that. Show that you care. You need to show you care about getting into this trade. Show that you have respect for yourself. Okay? You go to an interview, you don't do that. You don't do that in any interview. All right? You don't wear sneakers to the interview, too. In this line of work, you don't come in on an interview wearing sneakers, wearing Jordans. Wear boots. Timberlands, those are designer boots. They're not, Timberland does make workwear boots. Fine. You got workwear Timberland Pros. Fine. Wear those. Black or Duck brand. Wear them. Just don't tuck in your jeans and your boots. Wear them over your boots. Okay? Tie them up to your ankle or past your ankle. Okay? Look like you're a professional tradesman, at least for the most part. Okay? Tuck in your shirt. Look professional. All right? Talk professionally. All right? Don't talk like, yeah, I done this. Yeah, I done that. That just shows to the interviewer, the employer, that you have some sort of attitude. And that type of attitude, it's not going to fit in. It's not going to fit in with the rest of everyone else. Okay? You need to come in, be honest with yourself, dress appropriate for that interview, for that job. Okay? Speak at a tone with a respectable tone. Okay? I'm just tired of that. I'm tired of seeing that. Because if I was a contractor, independent contractor, and I was interviewing you, and the first thing I see is you wearing your pants halfway down your ass, wearing sneakers, okay, wearing a tank top and a do-rag, and you expect me to hire you, it's not going to happen. It's not a racial thing, okay? It's not. So if you're going to play it, the race card with it, it's not, no. When you walk into that office, you're expecting to be hired, dress appropriately. It goes a long way. All right? Another thing. There have been stories I heard. I think a few years back, I heard a story where a guy walked in and he got an interview. And I remember this story. It was pretty wild. They tested the guy. They gave him a test and say, "Hey, here, if you pass this exam, we want to see what you know." Blah blah blah. He didn't want to take the test because he felt offended. Why should I take a test? That's offensive. Blah, blah, blah. No, it's not offensive. It's about what you know. They want to make sure what you say on paper or what you say that comes out of your mouth verbally. They want to see it. They want to see it in an exam. They want to see it in the multiple choice questions. You know, answer them basically. And that excuse like, "Oh, I'm not a good test taker." Okay, yeah, nobody is. But you know what? We go through it anyway. Go through it anyway. Take as long as you can of the test. But don't come out and say, "Oh, I feel insulted. I don't deserve that." Blah blah. You know, that's an ego problem. You got a big ego, okay? And you're coming in as a helper with that type of ego, they're gonna turn you away. You're not gonna get the job, all right? And another thing, if you're coming straight out of trade school and you've been in almost a year in trade school, maybe 8 months to 11 months, it's almost a year. It's not really a year. You don't count that as experience. Now, whatever a instructor tells you, he's going to tell you, "Oh yeah, put this in your resume. Count this as experience because you're actually working hands-on in the classroom too." Okay, granted, but employers are not going to look at it that way. They should know better. An instructor should know better if he's been in this industry. That an instructor is not going to look at it as a year experience or 6 or 7 months experience. Okay? You may know the basics coming out of trade school, but you don't know the true reality of the trade. Okay? You come in that interview, you get hired, you show up on the job site, forget what you learned in school. Not entirely. Just know what you do know. But don't brag about it. Don't look at the guy or foreman and say, "Well, I know what I'm doing." You don't know what you're doing. Because you know what? They're going to put you on the spot. They're going to tell you, "All right, go, do it. Do it." And if you don't know, man, you're in deep, deep trouble. Okay? So be honest with yourself and also listen, follow directions, and you'll be all right. Okay? Don't come in with an ego. Don't come in with an attitude in an interview. Okay? Dress appropriately for the job. Talk with respect. And you'll be fine. All right? Another thing. Well, this chat's going to be for about 30 minutes, and I'm going to take questions. Okay, guys? So it's 2 o'clock right now. We got 30 minutes left. Another thing, if you have your own tools, that's great. But the employer will provide a list of tools that you will need on the job. Now, there's 2 options. Either you don't have the tools, they'll give you the option of purchasing the tools for you, but it will be deducted from your paycheck. Okay? So basically it's you paying for it, but you're not going to get a full paycheck. So there are some companies that do that. Another thing is the second option is that whether you come in with the tools that you do have and just every month, this is advisable, every month come in, buy a tool, buy one tool every month. Okay, out of your paycheck. If you want to be prepared in this trade, you have to have the proper tools. Okay, take that list the employer gives you after they hire you. Here's a little package about our benefits, blah 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 blah. But along with that package, there's gonna be a list of tools that you're gonna need. That they're gonna give you. Keep it. Mark down tools every month that you purchase and use. Okay. Secure your tools is another thing. Whether you have a backpack tool bag or a double zipper duffel bag of tools, tool bag, lock your tools, secure them. In this industry, you're going to get tools that get lost or stolen. Anytime you're taking a coffee break or lunch break, secure your tools. Don't leave your tool belt sitting on the floor, sitting on your ladder, wrapped around your ladder. Take your tools. Uh, you can even put them in like a little bucket that you drag around with. Put it in the bucket. If you got a locker on site or a cage where you store material in, lock it in the cage. Okay. If you're not too sure, put everything in your tool bag. Put your padlock on, and go have lunch or coffee. A lot of the times, and I've seen this happen. This happened to me as well. I used to leave my tools laying around. Come back, tools gone, drill's gone, hand tool, tin snips are gone. Then now, what happens? You got to go walk around the entire job site looking for it. Who took your tools? You ask around, no one knows. Okay, so be very careful with your tools because your tools will make your money. Okay. Another rule. I know I said in the beginning process of an interview, you don't show up with attitude in the way you dress. Please, when you dress, the way you dress on the job site, and this not hurts, but it irks me a lot. Guys who show up on the job site with still same thing, pants halfway down their ass, tank top, t-shirt, sneakers. They want to work in sneakers. You know why they want to complain? Oh, boots are uncomfortable. This and that. Well, guess what? Get off the job site. You're not working today. You show up to a job site. Remember, you're in a construction site. Just because you're an electrician or HVAC tech and you're there just to help put up ductwork or install air conditioning units and do soldering, doesn't mean you can't wear boots. You have to wear boots. You're on a job site. You need to wear boots. You need to have work gloves, safety eyewear, hard hat, and reflective vest. It's all part of the game. You got to play by the rules. Okay? Do not show up with sneakers. Do not show up with loafers. Okay? Don't look like you're about to go out partying either. It's no go. It's not a good look. Don't come out with the jeans that you wear to go out and hang out with your buddies. Wear wear carpenter jeans. Wear work pants. Wear dicky pants with cargo pants. You can wear those. Make sure you're wearing them that fits. Find out. Go to a tailor. You can go to any tailor and they'll size you. Size yourself. Go to a tailor. Usually they'll do it for free. It says, well, listen, I'm just here to size myself. Can you do like a little waist thing, whatever? And yeah, size yourself. Find out what's your actual size. It doesn't hurt to go to a tailor and find out, right? Do that because you need to wear proper workwear. Okay, wear it up to your waist. Don't wear it halfway down your ass because you're not in the street. You're not at a club. You're at a job site, a construction site. You're gonna get dirty eventually. Your boots get dirty too. Wear boots. I don't care if you feel uncomfortable. Buy some comfortable boots that suit you. That suit you for the job. Don't buy designer Timberlands that are not meant for the job site. Buy Timberland Pros. You can buy those. They're meant for job sites. Don't just buy regular Timberlands because they will tear apart within a couple of weeks, and you're just going to be pissed off because you spent like over $200, $300 on a pair of designer boots that are not meant for the job site. What's another thing? Don't come in with an attitude. All right. You come in with an attitude, no one's gonna want to work with you. All right. They're not gonna show you. They're not gonna show you the way of the trade. HVAC guys, you guys are going to the HVAC field. You're gonna either be paired with a journeyman or a mechanic. It's a little different than it is when working the electrical trade. Most of the time, with me, it started off in service. I was started off in the service department. the company I work for didn't really get a lot of big construction jobs. We were mostly into installation and service. So when I started with a journeyman. And the journeyman I had, he was okay. Um, but you're gonna have journeymen that are not, they're not the teaching type. The journeyman I had didn't really want to teach me much. He just kind of needed somebody to. He was told, "Hey, this kid's gonna work with you. You're gonna show him the ropes." And in reality, when I was with him, he didn't. He just like needed me to be in the van so he doesn't get a ticket. Sometimes he would bring me up, to the job if we found parking, whatever. He'll bring me up and do a little troubleshooting or maintenance, and I help him. And I'll ask questions, but he couldn't really answer them. He wasn't good with his English. Um, so it just didn't work as well. But eventually, I did find a journeyman. I found a journeyman that actually took me to the jobs. He didn't. Once in a blue moon, he'll let me sit in the van and move the van around. And when we get into situations where we couldn't find parking, like absolutely couldn't find parking because it's Manhattan, a lot of places you can't park. I would stay in the van. I'll circle around the block a little bit, double park temporarily, circle around again, so we don't get tickets. But the majority of the time, I would go with him. We find parking. I go with him to the customer's home, and he'll show me things. Like he'll show me like, oh, this is what you gotta look for. Well, we gotta clean the filter. Here, take this filter. This is a rinsable filter. Take it, rinse it out with cold water. Bring it back. He'll show me how to like dry it, dab it with a. He showed me things that I didn't know. All right, and if there was things like that took him a while to do, like if he was replacing a mechanical part or whatever, and he had to go run to the supply house, he says, "Listen, stay here. You know, I'll be right back." He wouldn't give me something to do because he probably sometimes you'll have a journeyman who'll say, "Oh, I don't know what to give this kid. I'll leave him here for now while I go to the supply house." So what I would do, I take the initiative. I go around. I look for things. I look for the coils, the indoor blower coil, or the condenser coil. Is it dirty? Well, take off the mesh or the cage, and straighten out the fin. Like brush it off, straighten out the fins, clean it. It's part of the service. Something to do while my journeyman was gone to get whatever part he needed. And when he comes back, he'll see me. I'm in the process of straightening out the coil fins, or I'm cleaning. I'm rinsing it with cold water. Just to sort of like clean it up a little bit. Something to do. And he saw that, and he said, "Whoa, this kid." He went on his own to do this. He's really into this. He's putting in the work. A journeyman wants to see that, or a mechanic wants to see that as well. A mechanic usually will show you things, but a journeyman will show you more. Okay. So find that mechanic or journeyman. If you're working in a company that does mainly service calls, they're gonna pair you with an experienced journeyman who's willing to teach you. And I suggest pay attention. Get off your phone is another one. It's another thing you shouldn't do. Do not be on your phone. The only time you ever get on your phone is to feel like you're on your lunch break. But I would say in your lunch break, take advantage of it either way. Ask questions. Ask questions to your journeyman. Like if you don't know what a TXV is, they'll tell you what it is and what it does. You don't know what a king valve does. Your journeyman will tell you what it does and what it's for. If you don't know what a capillary tube is, he'll tell you what it is. Like, your journeyman will have all the experience and all the knowledge he has. Take advantage of it. All right? Don't sit there on your phone, texting your girl. "Oh, yeah, I'm in the van right now. We're just driving on the LIE. Yeah. I'm going to do that too." No. If you're driving between calls with your journeyman, ask questions. Take notes. Take a little notepad. Take notes. Ask him, what should I do to get certified? Where should I go to get certified? How did you do it? He'll tell you. My journeyman, I'm going to tell you right now, my journeyman, when I started out in the HVAC field, I had my universal certification, and that was it. I didn't have an OSHA 10 card. I didn't have a R410A certification. I didn't have a preventative maintenance certification card. All I had was my universal EPA card. When I met my journeyman, and by the way, his name was Jose. Um, when I met him, I asked a lot of questions. I even brought my textbooks and I would show him, like, this is what I learned in school. He didn't go to school. He learned it on the job. The first thing he did in this industry, my journeyman told me, he did ductwork. He was really good at doing fabricating ductwork. That's what he did first. And then he got interested in doing the servicing. He wanted to get into service, and he did. And he's still good at sizing, cutting, and fabricating ductwork. There was a few things he showed me on it. Now, I'm not a ductwork kind of guy. I didn't really... My specialty was like soldering or brazing and installing mini splits. I'm not a ductwork guy. I don't do a lot of ductwork at all. But I took I took an advantage of where to learn certain things from my journeyman Jose, and he taught me a little bit of ductwork. A little bit, not a lot, not to the extent, but he mostly taught me just service. When I would ask him, like, what certifications do you have? He would tell me he had his EPA, he had his 410A certification, and he had his preventive maintenance certification at that time. He probably has more certifications now. Um, I believe he has a fire guard, if I'm not mistaken, but yeah. So he told me, and I asked him, what 410A certification? I've heard about that. What is that? And he says, well, he told me you need to get certified if you want to work, handle, and purchase 410A, R410A refrigerant. I said, you really need to get certified? I mean, I heard of that when I was in trade school. You had to get certified 410A. I just didn't know where to take the test. So he told me a website, and he also told me, get your PM certification. I said, what's PM? Preventative Maintenance Certification. You do preventive maintenance work. Basically, you check the system, prepare the system, tune up systems, make sure they're going to be properly operating before the air conditioning season start, or repair or replace parts and stuff like that. You also use it to test for air quality. You test for you want to test, like, I think there's a part where you test for pH levels and, like, at a certain degree of PM work that you can do. pH levels on glucose. I think there's a pH. You find pH levels on glucose machines and stuff like that. The things that's necessary that you need to take. They need to take precautions on air conditioning. So I said, okay, cool. Where do I do that? And he told me, go to this website. There is a website called mainstreamengineering.com. Okay, mainstreamengineering.com. You can also take your EPA certification, your 609, a 608, and you can also take the MVAC. The MVAC is for motor vehicle air conditioning and ventilation. MVAC to work on motor vehicle air conditioning systems. You can also take it online too. So I asked him those questions, what I did, I went on the website, took the 410A test, passed it, took the PM test, passed it, had provide my EPA, my current EPA, and sure enough, within about a couple of days, I got both cards. I got approved, my EPA certification went through, verified, and I got my 2 certifications. Now, I upped up my game. Now I have 3 certifications. Now I need to get my OSHA 10, my OSHA 30, and my fire guard, which I don't have now. My fire guard I don't have as of right now. I have to work on getting my fire guard, because the more certifications for you helpers and apprentices out there, the more certifications you get, the more credentials, the more you're worth, the more reliable you are within a company, okay, with your boss. He's going to rely on you to do, because you're more certified. You're more qualified to do the work, okay? Qualifications, certifications, stuff, those are qualifications, are at best what you need. Like, they're essential. Okay, you need to be certified for and qualified. You need to be qualified to work on a certain equipment. Okay, if you're a helper and you don't know where to get your EPA certification, I will help with that. Okay, EPAtest.com. It's in league with Mainstream Engineering. It's certified by Mainstream Engineering website. You can get a 608 EPA approved EPA certification. Okay, so here's a website. You can log in. You register online. Log in. They have the EPA section 608. This is the 608. I think this is just let me see, type 2, type 1. Okay, so basically for your EPA certification, you need to have this to purchase refrigerant and work on certain equipment, HVAC equipment. And the EPA has developed 4 types of HVAC certifications. There's 4 types. There's a type 1 for small appliances, 5 pounds or less of refrigerant. Type 2 certification for medium, high, and very high pressure applications or appliances. Type 3 certification for low pressure appliances. And then we have the universal certification for anyone who possesses type 1, type 2, and type 3 certification. So basically you can work on all these types. Okay. Now, when I went to school, when I went to be trained in the HVAC trade, I went to Lincoln Technical Institute in Union, New Jersey. Shout out to Lincoln Tech. They have a really good program. The only thing is very expensive, but it's a very good program, HVAC program. I went there for 11 months. They have theory and hands-on each course. Every month you do a course. Okay. And it's 11 courses in 11 months. They have part-time and full-time. I recommend people do full-time. Are you the only one here, Conan? I believe so, my friend. I appreciate you sticking around, dude. But it's okay. Like, listen, if you're the only one here, it's okay. Listen, not a lot of people stick around, so it's fine. I'm just going to send this information out for you guys, for you helpers out there. So I went to school 11 months, took the test. I failed one part of the test. Okay. That was the type 3 right here. I failed this part of the test. I passed the core. I passed type 1 certification. I passed the type 2. When I failed type 3, they only sent me a type 1 and type 2 certification. Okay. A month later, they said come back in a month and you can only take the type 3 certification. You don't need to take the whole test over again. You only need to take which part you failed. Okay. A month later, went back, took only the type 2 certification part of the test, passed it. A month later, they send me my universal card. Okay. So whichever one you do not pass, whether it's type 2, type 3, type 1, you're going to have to go back and take either war. Or if you end up failing type 1 and type 2 but pass type 3, you need to return back to pass type 1 and type 2. Okay, if you fail all of them, you need to take the whole course again. The whole test again, I meant. So that's how it worked. That's how it worked for me. I'm not sure if it works on this website because I never took the test on this website in particular. But over here, you see here it says Type 1 Study Manual on this website. You can even get it. You can click it for in Spanish if you're Spanish speaking. Es tu habla español. You can get it downloaded here on the website. It says click here for español, and then take the test for $24.95. Okay. Oh yes, it does. It does do all. Okay, so Mainstream offers free study materials for Type 1 Open Book certification online. So you can only do the Type 1 certification, Open Book. So let's you do an Open Book. Type 2, Type 3, you may have to go elsewhere to study those two types. My best bet, if you are a helper trying to get the EPA test, do not go willy-nilly getting into this test. I suggest you just, study. Get a book about air conditioning refrigeration, and a study book about a practice study book about the EPA certification 608, and then go back and take this test, and you should be fine. All right. We only got a few minutes actually on the stream. So here are the type ones. Type 1, servicing small appliances. Domestic appliances like a refrigerator or an air conditioner. You know. Um, Type 2 is high pressure appliances. Residential air conditioning equipment, such as this air conditioner right here, with the one you see. This is known as the condenser unit, an outdoor unit. This has the condenser coils, the condenser fan up top here, and inside here, inside in the unit is the compressor and all the other components. You got controls somewhere probably along the side here, on the other side. These are just residential home units you can work on. And then you got the Type 3 low pressure appliances, which are you see like in 7-Eleven and your corner stores or bodega. And these are the types that you can use, or like in at a Carvel or Dunkin' Donuts, Baskin Robbins, and so forth. These are the types. These are low pressure appliances. Okay. And then you got your universal certification, which is technician who passes all 3 examinations will be awarded a universal certification. You will have to be tested on each of the 3 certification types in addition to the core exam. Expect to answer 100 questions in total. All right. And that's it. So you got questions here. What's an EPA test? You got questions and answers right here. So this website provides that, and you need to study for it. Okay. So here's Type 1, Type 2, Type 3, and universal certification. So if you want to know the information, go to this website. It'll help you out. Then you have the 410A. 410A is for me, it was quite difficult. But they have a free study manual, so you can study it and then take the course. It says no new EPA certification is necessary for working with R410A, and mainstream 608 training includes training for all refrigerants, including R410A. However, due to the higher pressure nature of 410A, most manufacturers agree that additional specific 410A training is a wise choice. Towards the goal, mainstream has developed 410A training program for certified EPA Section 608 technicians. This 410A training is not intended to teach air conditioning refrigeration systems installation, troubleshooting, or repair. Refrigeration technicians should already be knowledgeable in these areas prior to taking this course. The supplemental training is to be used with and requires a knowledge of the methods and procedures. Knowledge and procedures described in Mainstream's EPA Section 608 training program, including information presented in Mainstream's desktop reference and training guide for 608 certification in the proper use of refrigerants, including recycling and reclamation. Okay, it says Mainstream's 410A certification manual is free to read and available here. When you decide to become certified, click Get Started link above to start an open book test. The $24.95 exam fee includes the exam itself and wallet-sized certification card. If you do not pass the first time, the cost to retest is only $5.95. So that's not bad. All right. So this is the certification you need to have if you live in New York City to purchase 410A and work and handle. If you understand the pressures, the operating pressures, and know how to handle 410A refrigerant. Okay. Then you have the PM Tech, which is the Preventative Maintenance Certification Preventive Maintenance Tech Certification. Covers all aspects of acid and moisture detection, acid removal, water removal, compressor maintenance, coil maintenance, proper refrigeration charging techniques, advanced diagnosis, and leak testing procedures. All right. So basically, that's what that is. All right. And it's also $24.95. If you fail the exam, you have to pay a $5.95 fee. That's it to retake it. So, They also have green certifications for, nowadays HVAC, or they're going into the green. Um, we're going green, so they have a certification course here you could take. And then you have the HCHFO. It covers aspects, techniques, and regulations for the safe and handling of flammable hydrocarbon and hydrofluoro fluoro fluorolepheline lepheline Uflin, or whatever how you pronounce it, refrigerants. So same thing. Pay $24.95 if you, and it comes with the wallet size certification card, and if you fail it, you have to retake. If you need to retest, it's only $5.95. So it's not bad. But study. If you really want to be in this industry, study for these tests. Okay, get certified. Get your get your OSHA 10 or OSHA 30, depending on where you live, what state you live in. If you live in New York City, get your OSHA 10, get your OSHA 30, and get your minimum 40 hours for your SST card. The more certifications you have, the more high value you are in this trade. Okay. Another thing, organized. Keeping organized is key. Let's go back to chat. No, I'm listening. I just wondering if anybody else is listening too. I'm not sure. Hey, my mom's here. Hey, Ma. Wow, we got 1 minute left, so I just want to say this. I may want to continue this in the next stream because we're running out of time. All right, guys, I'm so sorry if I dragged this on in any way, but we are running out of time. Organization. I hear myself again. Organization is key. All right. Maintain your tools. Okay. When you're going to start out, you may start out, you're going to start out as a helper apprentice. You're going to start off organizing material, knowing the tools and equipment to use in this industry. Okay. Pay close attention. All right. Make sure every day, the 5 days a week you work, you come in, shirt tucked in, looking like a professional. If the company provides a uniform shirt and a uniform or whatever, wear that uniform. Okay. Wear it with pride. Show that you're professional. Comb your hair. Okay. Trim your beard. All right. Trim your stash. Shave. Look clean shaven. Look groomed. Okay. Absolutely do not look like you just came out from a party. Do not show up to the job drunk. Okay. We will not, the journeyman, nobody's going to stand for that. Okay. Especially the customer. All right. Do not play loud music when you're in a customer's home too. That's another thing that upsets me. They play loud music. Don't do it. You are a walking, talking advertisement for the company you work for. Okay. If you were a contractor, you would want the same. If you want to make money in this business and you want to keep growing, you have to do these things. You have to be professional. You have to look groomed, clean. You have to get good etiquette, okay? And be respectful in a customer's home, okay? I'm going to get more into all the organization. We're running out of time now. I want to give a shout out to all you guys here in the chat. Moderators, we only have one moderator. Lawnmower, thank you so much for moderating the chat, being here and checking in. Chris Conkle, aka Construction Cronies, was here. Awesome dude. He's one of the coolest guys I know on YouTube. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. We also got Me Dibble. Me Dibble is across the lake in the UK. Shout out to the UK for Me Dibs. And of course, Codaman Studios. Thanks, buddy, for sticking around on the chat, listening in. And those of you who are watching this live stream, this recording, I appreciate you. You can leave any comments you have, any questions and comments. Leave the questions and comments in the comment section down below. If you want to personally email me a question, or you need help or advice, you can email me. My email is in the description box down below. Jonathan Electric 1@gmail.com. That's okay, Mom. That's okay. You can always play it back. Anybody who comes up to the chat late, the stream late, it's fine. Play it back. Play it back some. Trust me, you haven't missed out on anything. If you did, you wouldn't be able to play it back. And again, if you are a New York City resident, you're looking for electricians, or maybe you're a contractor, general contractor looking for, electricians on your job site, give us a call. Leader Electric. Our service department number is 212-665-0600. For contracts, big jobs or small, give us a call, 212-665-0606. We're located in the heart of Manhattan. Okay? Our address is 2218 Broadway, Suite 244. Sorry. New York, 10024. And if you like, you can email us at contacts@leaderelectric.net and visit the website at www.leaderelectric.net. For all your electrical service, we do troubleshooting, new construction, violations removed, fire alarms and security, CHP generator systems, remodeling and renovation work. We also do intercoms and 220-volt services. We also install voice, data, and audio and video, AC lines, boiler, and motor controls. We do residential, commercial, industrial, electrical contracting. And we are approved by the I'm sorry. I said that wrong. The Better Business Bureau. Sorry, the Triple B, accredited businesses. So give us a call. And we also do free estimates as well, I believe. And we also have a service tech department. So if you are a homeowner, you need some electrical work done, call our service department. It's right above. All right, guys. So that's about it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate every single one of you being here, for your support, watching the show, getting some information, some good information, actually. If there's anything I missed, let me know in the comment section down below, or email me in the description box. My email is in the description box down below. Also, check out, if you're an electrical apprentice or getting into the electrical trade or HVAC trade, check out the links down below. I have 3 links for electrical websites and 1 for EPA testing. Check them out. All right, that does it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I see you guys next week. Next week we're gonna talk more and more about apprentices and the trade, HVAC in particular. We're gonna be doing, I'll tell Angel I said hi too, Mom. We're also gonna be doing Zoom live chats. Anybody here, anybody that's in the HVAC industry, you guys can come in, let me know. You can email me. You can also private message me on Instagram. Let me know if you want to be in part of the conversation. I would actually post a link in the description box for next week's chat. We'll have a live one-on-one Zoom. All right. So everybody's gonna have a turn. So basically, more people. Obviously, in Zoom, you can have more than one person. So whoever I pick, unmute. Just keep muting your mics until I pick someone. I'll let you know when to unmute, so that way you can talk. And we're gonna be respectful. We're not here to bully anybody. So or talk crap about others. We're gonna be here just to give advice, give information, and help the new guys in the trade, help the helpers, help the greenhorns out there who want to know what it's all about. All right, so till next time, guys, take care. Always remember, wear your personal protective equipment, watch each other's back, help one another out, and I'll see you guys next week. All right. Actually, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Memorial Day is tomorrow, so we're gonna have an hour show here. All right, a 1 hour stream. So we'll see you. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and then next week we'll do the Zoom live one-on-one on Zoom. All right. For any of you guys, any tradesmen or contractors out there who want to be on the chat, I will post a link. So, all right, guys, take care. Enjoy their Memorial Day weekend, and have a good day.
Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn.